Hi there, friend. I hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to your yoga practice today. All you need is your mat and a willingness to be present on your mat for a little while. So let's get started. So great job getting on your mat today and taking time to stretch and move the whole body and reconnect to a sense of who you are and how you're feeling. And may you invite compassion for wherever you're at in this practice today, and also trust you can back off if you need to at any point. And let's get started on the back. I usually start all of my public yoga classes, almost all of my classes, on the back because it's really helpful to relax your nervous system. So let's come on to the back in constructive rest pose with the feet mat width distance apart and your knees knocking into touch. And then go ahead and root your feet down and scoop your tail toward your chin and engage your gluteal muscles. And then go ahead and release that and take a broad open cactus arm. So we're really softening the whole upper body in that area behind the heart. Let your head roll from side to side. And arrive on your mat. Let everything else outside the space of the moment dissolve away as you tune into how you feel today. I'm taking this time to get in touch with yourself and really be present in the moment. And we're aligning the nose right with the belly button, tuning into the flow of the breath to bring you more fully into this moment. Take a couple of lower jaw circles, really letting go of tension in the jaw and letting that softness through your jaw flow down along the spine and out through the tail. Start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Great simple way to wake up your hips and wring out tension and stress, and maybe even ease discomfort you might be having in your hips or lower back. So as you windshield wiper, take some time to notice any areas that feel really tight or gripped, and pause wherever feels interesting to pause. And when you bring your knees back to center, hug the knees in toward your chest and give a really gentle hug and rock and roll. And then interlace your hands in front of your right shin and slide your left heel straight and long as you draw that right thigh toward your side waist, lightly flexing your feet so that we get a little bit more active. As you draw that right knee toward you, lengthen your right sitting bone away from your shoulder. Then press your right shin into your hands, and that's going to drag your arms straight and let it lift your head, and then lift your left heel and feel that kind of a little bit of rounding through the upper back, chin toward chest, exhaling all the way out. And then as you let your head fall back, extend your left heel straight up toward the ceiling, and then extend your right heel straight up to meet the left heel. Rest your hands on your belly and go ahead and wiggle your toes and move your toes around a couple of times. Breathing there. And then hug your left knee in and slide your right leg out straight and long. Good. Traction that left thigh in toward your body, resisting that left sitting bone away. Breathing through the nose. And then go ahead and resist that left shin into your hands so it drags your arms straight, and then it drags your head off the ground. You're going to lift your right heel, press it away from the hip. Exhale all the way out. And then as you fall back, extend your right heel up, and then extend your left heel up and reach both arms overhead, stretching long your fingertips away from your hips. And start to slowly and mindfully release your feet down, pulling your lower belly in toward the spine and releasing your feet onto the floor, hip width distance apart. And then press through the feet, lift the hips and pelvis up into that bridge pose with arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, roll down upper back, middle back, lower back, resting. Take your arms out into a cactus shape. And then roll over onto your right hand side and rest there for a moment before coming up to sit. making your way up to sit really tall through the crown of the head, drawing the shoulder blades onto the back. Lift your chest, inhale, look up, and then when you exhale, you're going to pull the belly in toward the spine and hang back. And then inhale, spread the chest, reach your arms forward and up. And then exhale, squeeze your knees in, hover, and touch the backs of the hands onto the floor. So we're going to inhale, open your knees, reach up, and then exhale, squeeze in, and backs of hands touch. Inhale, open, and exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open, exhale, squeeze in, cross your other ankle on top, and inhale, reach up. We're going to exhale, cactus to the right, look at your right elbow, belly in. Then inhale, little back bend. Exhale, cactus to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. And then inhale up. Exhale, roll over your knees, and we'll meet in a tabletop position. Fingers fanned wide. Find your palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and lift your belly, lift the back of the head. Extend your right heel straight back. Roll your right hip point down and lift that right heel. And we'll just feel that long strength through that right heel toward the back wall. And then hover your left fingertips or extend your left thumb up and forward, reaching your fingertips away from your right heel. Inhale, lift your heel and hand. Exhale, release hand and knee. Let's do the other side. Extend straight back. Find place to stay, or we're exploring extending your right fingertips forward, thumb up. Inhale, lift heel and hand. Exhale, release hand and knee. Take the tops of the feet flat. Scoop your tail, round the spine. Take a big full inhale. Exhale back to neutral. Curl your toes under and find your way into a downward dog. Here's where I start to regret not having a hair elastic. I never learn. And we'll start to wake up the body a little more, lifting your lower back high, letting your head shake out. Now stretch your right heel high for three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Tented fingers are one little hack to give you some space to hoist that right foot through. Right knee is over the heel. And then we're going to drop the left knee down slightly and take your hands right up onto that right thigh. We'll just work there. Feeling that left thigh lift up into your body. Good. Let's drop down a little bit. Left knee drops, and then we'll lift up and straighten that front leg. We're going to keep the hands on top of that thigh or hands to the hips and straighten. Just work with the lower body, tone core. Straighten, drop down, and straighten. We're going to spin that left heel down, straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, your right heel out, then open your arms out to a T. Flip your fingertips up. Fan your fingers wide. This is a nice wrist stretch. Feel the heels of the hands press right away from the shoulders. Then we're going to curl under, making a little fist, and then flip up, curl under, then flip up, curl under, flip up, and then warrior two arms. Turn your right toes to point straight ahead. Drop your right knee, warrior two. Breathing here. Find the pelvis dropping down a little more. And then cartwheel that left arm up and overhead. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Swing the back heel over the toes and touch your left knee down under the hip and slide your right leg back. And we're going to open and stack that right hip on top of the left. Lay your right arm alongside the body so that your right hand resists into that right thigh. And we lift the thigh up into the hand. Good. One more inhale there. Exhale, draw your belly in, roll your right hip down, toes are tucked. And then take the top of that left foot flat. Hover your left knee, hold it, and then slide that left heel right up, straight up into three-legged dog. Now let's roll into plank. You can either modify on your knees, or we're gonna maintain a line from back of head to tail as you squeeze your elbows in and come all the way onto your belly, lowering down through chaturanga. And pull the shoulders on your back for an inhale, cobra pose, back bend, and then exhale, slide the hips back, tuck your toes, and meet back in downward dog. Let's inhale through your nose, and exhale, let it out. Now when you're ready, stretch that left heel high, three-legged dog. Inhale, and exhale, tented fingers, knee to nose, slide your left foot through. We're gonna soften the right knee down and then take your hands, interlace the awkward finger on top of your thigh, finding an upright, tall spine, lifting through the crown of the head. Drop that right knee a little bit, and then lift up. And then drop, and lift. And hands can be on that left thigh, or hands can come onto your hips. Breathing there. Good. Nice. Next time you straighten, we're gonna spin that right heel down, turn your left toes out, reach away, and just one fingertips pointing toward the sky, pressing the heels of the hands away, and then curl your fingers underneath. And then warrior two arms, turn your left toes to point toward the front of your mat, dropping the pelvis down. Good. Rooting through the outer right foot, and then cartwheel that right arm up and over. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Swing your right heel over the toes, drop your right knee down, and then slide your left heel right back. So we're coming into that modified Ardha Chandrasana. Lay your arm alongside your body, left hand on top of that left thigh, and resist the thigh up into your hands. And really pull the lower belly in. Nice. You can look neutral, or you can look down at your right hand, pressing that left heel away. Breathing there, one more inhale. Exhale, release that left hand under the shoulder, tabletop arms, roll the left toes down to the floor, straight left leg. Take your right foot flat, and then lift your belly, hover that right knee, and then stretch the right heel straight up and back, three-legged dog. And we're gonna roll our way into plank, holding in a strong plank. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Take your feet flat, cobra pose on your inhale. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Hips to heels. Let's take our palms to face up. Open and close your hands a few times. And breathing. Thinking of any intention that you had for practice today. If you didn't set one yet, you might think of, what do I want to cultivate in this practice or in my day? And then let's look forward between the hands and slide your right knee forward, wider than the right wrist. Let's come into pigeon pose, top of that left foot on the ground. But before we do that, let's take some pigeon pose spinal waves. It can help to loosen up your hips a little more. And of course, encourage a healthy spine. So let's inhale, look up. Exhale, open your elbows and drape down, chin toward chest. And then inhale, pull the belly in, wave on up. And then exhale, waving down. Inhale, waving up. Exhale, open and down. Top of that left foot presses on the inhale, gazing up. And then exhale, we're gonna make our way down and rest your forehead. Rest your forehead on your thumbs or on the edge of a block, or eventually toward the floor. A little flex in that right foot. Pigeon pose, we're able to stay and breathe. Scanning the body. Letting go a little more with every exhale. Relaxing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Lingering another breath or so. And when you're ready, drop the tail, gather the belly, come up onto downward dog hands. Tuck your back toes under and inch that left knee forward and slide back into child's pose. You can either have your toes tucked under or have your feet flat. Wag your tailbone. And then gaze between the hands. Slide that left knee forward. You want the knee slightly wider than the hip. Lay your right leg long on the floor. You can always peek and see there's a nice line from that right pinky toe to the outer knee to the outer hip. And let's come up onto tented fingers. Fingertips are a little wider than shoulder width distance. Inhale, lift your heart, gaze up. Exhale, fold, chin toward chest. Inhale, waving up. And then exhale, waving down. Inhale, gazing up, chest lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gliding up through the crown. And then exhale, come down to rest your forehead. Very important to find a place to rest the third eye center, so you can drop your focus down into your body and tune into that quiet internal space. So we're directing the senses inward and scanning to see where can the mind linger on the area of the most sensation in the pose. The inhale brings light to any tension. The exhale allows you to move a little more into the pose without force. Now press through the top of your right foot and gather your belly as you walk up onto your hands. This time shift to your outer left thigh. Slide that right leg around. Cross your ankles. Squeeze your knees in and balance for a second. Thumbs up. Lifting up through the chest. And then we're going to uncross and slide that left heel out. Open your right knee. So we're creating this L shape. Right foot is on the inner left thigh. Take your left fingertips over to the left and reach your right arm away. Fingertips stretch away from that right heel. Taking a lateral side bend through that right side. Peel your gaze up toward the sky. Inhale, and then exhale. Come to the other side. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Gazing up toward the sky. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Cactus arm. Sit up really tall. Then sweep your arms up, palms press. Then reach for that left foot and try to grab the foot or the ankle or the shin. Spread your chest towards your foot. Continue to let that right knee fall open. The inner thighs are moving forward and down. And then you can gaze at your left hip. Another option would be to take your right hand to the outer left foot or ankle and then slide your left hand around onto your back. Couple breaths there. Dropping the tailbone toward the ground. And then slowly coming up. And then we're going to draw that right knee in. Right knee pointing straight up. Press through your right foot. And then slide that right heel out. And let's bring that left foot toward the sitting bone. And then open your left knee. Bring your left foot to the inner right thigh. Let's take the right fingertips away. And then stretch your left arm away from that left knee. Stretching the fingertips all the way over to the right. You can look up toward the sky. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to center. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Looking up toward the sky. Keep dropping your right sitting bone down. Inhale. Exhale, coming to cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. Reach up, palms press. Inhale. Exhale, reach, reach, reach for that right foot or ankle or shin. And then go ahead and fold. Another option, to take your left hand to the outer right foot or ankle or shin and slide your right hand around. Breathe. Breathing through that left side. One more inhale. And then exhale, coming on up. Now cross your right ankle in front, squeeze your knees in, reach your arms forward and balance for a second. Good. Challenge to interlace both hands back behind your head as you balance here. Lift your heels a little bit. Cross the other ankle on top, and then the other ankle on top, and then the other ankle on top, and then release your feet down. Reach forward. Take your arms on the insides of your knees. Reach for your toes. Drop your chin toward your tail and take a big, big breath under your shoulder blades. Squeeze your knees into those upper arms. Drop the tail down. Let a nice exhale out your mouth. Then we're going to roll onto your back. Coming onto your back. As you come onto your back, hug your knees in and give a little squeeze. And let's take some twisting, some spinal twisting. Open your arms out to a T, palms facing up. Bring your knees toward your body and then scoot your hips to the left and bring both knees over to the right. Knees and feet and ankles rest over to the right. Although if it's available, you can kick your legs straight and try to catch your toes in your right hand. And you can look neutral, or you can slide your gaze to look left. Don't overdo. Breathe there. Find the space of the inhale to any tension, and exhale, pull the belly in toward the spine. Close your eyes softly and observe the flow of your thoughts. And slowly start to turn your gaze toward your legs and hug your knees back in. You can step your feet on the ground and recenter your pelvis. Arms to a T. Draw your knees in using a little lower core awareness. And then scoot your hips to the right. Bring your knees over to the left. Now this is a fine place to stay in this gentle twist. Or kick your legs straight and try to catch your toes. And look to your right hand. And every exhale allows you to hollow the belly and carve the belly in toward the spine. Moving the top of that right thigh away from the chin. And pause here. Lingering for another moment. Doing great. And then looking down, bring your knees back in. Let's take your feet on the ground and recenter your pelvis, and then give a little hug. We're going to rock and roll side to side, loosening up the whole spine, the shoulders. Very good. And then full happy baby pose. Elbows on insides of knees, hands on the ankles, the shins are right around toward the outer feet. You can peel your baby toes down toward the outer knees. Drop your shoulders and rock and massage your back. Good. A long line of energy flowing from crown to tail. And let's go ahead and release the feet. We're going to bring the feet onto the ground, give a couple stamps. And then extend the legs out and find Shavasana. So you can find a comfortable position to rest on your back in Shavasana, the final posture, where all you have to do is rest and allow the systems of the body to harmonize. So this is your time to replenish the wells. A lot of times we're walking through the world, offering our energy out to our work, to our loved ones, to our responsibilities. And here in your yoga practice and on your mat is the time to refill the wells of energy by offering yourself this opportunity to relax completely. Relax everything, all the joints. The shoulder joints, the hip joints are very light and spacious. The spine unwinds from the base of the skull right down to the tip of the tail. And we let everything be, relaxing into the flow of all things and cultivating a sense of trust in exactly where you're at and trust in your own capabilities to face the journey of life. Considering right now that everything is as it should be in this moment in time. With your inhale, start to invite contentment and gratitude for anything at all. And when you exhale, let go of stress or fear or anxiety or anything you want to release away for this moment in time. And we'll start to wiggle fingers and toes and eventually float the arms overhead. Take a big full reset stretch. Lengthening and gently exhaling the knees in, finding a hug, giving yourself a hug, rocking side to side. Then very tenderly and slowly and mindfully roll onto your left-hand side, the cooling side, and make your way on up. Arriving again in a tall upright seat. Arriving again in a tall upright seat, any seat that works for you. And let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and exhale, press the hands down through the central channel. Thanking yourself for showing up today. Thank you for you, and I wish you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. I really, really appreciate your presence here in my YouTube community. So it means a lot that you are watching all the way through. If you're still with me, please leave me a comment. Let me know that you enjoyed this practice. And it really helps my channel grow if you can like, share, subscribe, hit that super thanks button to support me. And the more the channel is liked and shared, the more this community can organically grow, which is great because I don't pay any ad money or anything like that. All the growth in the channel is totally organic. So your support really makes a difference. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Look forward to it. Take care.